Hello, viewers, and welcome back to My Hero Academia reaction read through. And today we're going to be start taking on chapter 218. And last week we had to do a little bit of a padding because last week it was a break. So I guess we're onto a new arc now, according to some people saying that we're officially on a new arc. So yeah. Last time we only knew that Erie's quirk is not cannot be copied by Monoma. It's a stockpiling quirk, but with this new storyline going in, so we're not gonna probably not continue from there. So let's get started. So chapter number 218. And I'm not gonna say the title yet because it kind of gives it away. So when we get to it, I'll bring it up. So early December, Sunday morning. Good morning. Snow falls upon the UA dormitories, and we get everybody who's in the dorms just getting ready to see the snowfall. It's snowing! Close the door. Titsu is going into hibernation. Oh, yeah, that's right, she's a frog, so yeah, they hibernate in winter. That kind of makes sense. Mind over matter. This dry cloth is all I need to keep warm. Your cloth will get wet, though. Be careful not to slip. Sorry about that, Titsu-chan. Let's check out the snowfall report. I like that kind of stuff. So everybody's excited at the dorms. And Salavane, we cut away to Salavane, just talking, saying, "Hey, what time are Todoroki and the others coming back? Have you heard from them? I want to borrow the next manga volume from him." And we cut away to Ida and Izuku, and Izuku says he'll be back at 6 p.m. It's and Aizawa, no, sorry, just Ida saying that it's the last day of their remedal course, their evaluation. If the two of them clear the test today, then everyone in Class A will have their professional license. Oh, today's the big day, and I thought they were going to do it in the spring, but I think it was missaid that it was 3 months, so it has to been happening during after the summer. So yes, that was kind of a big fail on pretty much everybody. After today, I'll finally be saying goodbye to your stupid faces. What a great feeling. Are you little plankton fry ready? And we get reintroduced. We see Todoroki, Bakugo, and and the two from Ketsu High. Cammy, I think one of them was. And yeah, by the way, Cammy is not dead at the at during the third season. She's not dead. She's still alive. Just want to clarify that now. And I can't remember the other guy who started a fight with Todoroki. I'm just gonna say Von Twirler because it's basically hurricanes. And we just see those guys, and they're gonna be fighting Killer Orca and doing the whole test again. Well then, let's begin. And while that's going on, we go back to the dorms. They should be in the middle of the test right now. I wonder if they're okay. They must be fine. Bakugo has been a good mood lately, although he's still foul. Should we bake a cake while waiting for them? Awesome. It's crazy that I actually got my license before them, to be honest. And Chargewell's just turning on the TV. Don't be pretty. You got plenty to be proud of yourself. Yeah, don't be pretty, Kanamari. Thanks, Shoji. You guys are so mean. Tonight, the Kubu region will be careful of where you walk during the weekend. Let's review this week's news. The leading lifestyle support manufacturer, Din Dinner Dinnerat Company, they have decided to start dealing into hero support as well. A new series begin. Boku no My Hero Academia. A charming, and we just get to see a building, and then we jump into maybe into a commercial, maybe? A charming lady with four arms, a gentleman with beautiful fur, a jelly-like boy with glycerin, glycerin, glycerin skin. These types of people were once considered the majority. However, these abnormalities kept on perfecting that rapid pace, and before we knew it, we had to enter the age of quarks. It was at this point that our long held culture of mass production and consumption since the Industrial Revolution came to a grinding halt, and we see this probably the head spokesman coming in doing a commercial. But we realized all of this too late. Standardization was dead. Even finding the right everyday product for your lifestyle took forever. Everyone is different. As a result, many Quarks users suffer through this dark era. We must not forget this past. Our company creates sublime items for each and every individual customer. Our high speed sales provides highly customized design for you in just 3 days. And in our investments and systems, we have risen to the top of the lifestyle support industry. Now we're entering the world of heroes. Please stay tuned for what's to come with the Denter at company. And so it was just a demo for a commercial. And we see the guy who was speaking just a moment ago coming in with this nice cute lion for a head. That's the rough cut for the second commercial. I think you got your message across perfectly. No, but can you perhaps cut the video to hide my forehead a bit? But that's the funniest part. You're very straightforward, my Mayashala. I may be screwing that up. Breaking into the market. I must expect this. But the reaction isn't great, isn't it? You're right. The gap between everyday goods and hero goods is just too wide. As far as combat equipment goes, we're reliably new in the industry. Plus, our old track record is thin, though. It's still stronger than your hairline, my lord Mayash... My, my lord Mayashura. Oh, he's... None. My lord Mayashura. You sure come up with some good stuff. I can literally say whatever I want with this guy. However much may Ashida. When it comes to special ability required goods, we're the market leaders. I can say with confidence that given our track record, we will pull this off. Special ability? Ah, sorry, I meant quirks. I've been reading too much of this book lately, you see. And we see that book, and it says the Special Abilities Liberation Front. Man, we've heard something like that. This is the newest repercussion, but the times have changed. Some of the older expressions have been left as is, which is unfortunate. Is that the book by the leader of the Special Abilities Liberate? Wait, is that the leader from? Is that the book by the leader of the Special Abilities Liberation Army? You mean the Quirk Liberation Army? And that's what the title actually says. It's actually called for Chapter 218, Special Abilities Liberation Army. Yeah, we're finally going back to what. So back during UA's Culture Festival, like in chapter 171 that I have not covered yet. But I did try, but the recording was bad, so I do bring up the fact that, yeah, we, from that point, we had no idea if they're ever going to bring up their leader. I think his name was Destro. That Gentle brought this guy up in the Quark's Liberation Army, and we never gone back to that. So, are we finally going to get into Destro now? So, basically, the UA Culture Festival is not irrelevant and not pointless. It's actually a not a just build up to this, just a foreshadowing of, yeah, we're coming back to this now, what Gentle said. That, man, I read that book too, but it was honestly terrible. Their actions were just blatant acts of terrorism, catching innocent citizens in the crossfire. Despite that, their literary style was so pretentious with that all "give me liberty" garbage. The entire time I was thinking, what are these criminals even saying? And we see the head spokesman for 1 minute happy, and then he starts acting a little odd, just like covering his mouth and then putting his head down like that. I'm sorry, Miss Mayas. May Ashita. I don't. You don't have any relatives, do you? Uh, what's going on? What? Yeah, my mother died last. Yeah. Do you have a significant other? What? What? What are you? Huh? And yeah, the head spokesman is starting to get a little creepy, having his arm just like this around the poor guy. You've worked so hard for me, Mayashima. Squeeze. It's just starting to do something. More than any other employee. What did Why did it have to be you, my Ashina? What? I even considered introducing you to the other members. If you didn't oppose me, you would have would have had so many opportunities. It hurts, but it seems, and we see some black ink or something coming down from his forehead on his left forehead, more of his left forehead starting to go down to his eyes. So we won't be we won't be getting along. President should stop it. And it cuts away to black on the next on page 9. Cuts to black and you only hear one sound effect, and you don't see it, but a sound effect edit was into that, and it said one word: snap. So yeah, what the president just did, he committed an act of murder. Well, by breaking the dude's neck. Something like this. Yeah, so this dude is messed up now. It really is too unfortunate. And we see the head president just starting crying. After the confusion following the awakening, I'll never forget you. While the people yearned for peace and the beginning of contorting a symbiotic society was supernatural, a single philosophy gained traction among those with abilities: liberation over regulation. The free usage of the abilities is a basic human right. Chekara Utisobi. Cheksaras Ubisobi. Ubisoft was the firm believer in this philosophy and created the Quark Liberation, uh, the Quark Liberation Army. Thusly, he took on the name Destro, Destroyer of the Present, and after a few years spent opposing the countries that advanced regulation, he was utterly defeated. The Liberation Army was disbanded, and we see a portrait of Destro, and it's not the same guy as the president. I and the majority of its members were captured, and after several years of publishing rights from his prison cell, Yubarashi committed Destro committed suicide. Nobody knew that he had children. Oh god. That's not good. Status report. We found some people in contact with the League. The League? Oh god. Now they're gonna bring the League of Villains involved. If we want to make contact, we should act quickly. Move out at once. Yes, sir. They are the enemies of the Liberation Army. We cannot let the government interfere. We will be the ones to take them down. I swear on the name of Destro to destroy the League of Villains. And we see a good zoom up on the president, still inheriting. So the president is Destro's son. The son of Destro is planning to attack the League of Villains. I thought, I thought when the when we first heard about the Quark Liberation Army, I thought they were going to join forces with the League of Villains. But I guess villains spin their own webs, I suppose, and now the Quark Liberation Army and the League of Villains are going to war. And we see mostly of the surviving members of the Liberation Army. Come to think of it, you recently broke into the hero industry too. Ah, if they want a track record, we got one. Those who wish for liberation exist across the country, and while this meeting is going on, a bunch of villains are starting attacking in the middle of the streets, trying to ruin the Christmas holidays. You fiends! Time for a feeding frenzy. Thief! They stole my bag! Give it back! What is this, sleazer? Damn it, the heroes would be here any minute. And the next page, page 13, we first get a bit of a car. Hey, over there. An incident? Where are the heroes? Only 30 seconds have passed since it started. In that case, I'm going. What? Evaluate the situation first. I already have. I'll leave the evacuation to you. You might not be able to fight, but we can. And we see someone raising their license up into the air. Leader, there's so many more on weekends. Later, there's so many more on weekends. So many. It's a landslide of wallets. So it's custom theft. And guess who? And heroes do come eventually. In a bit of another 2/3 splash page, the villains are getting mulled down by similarly familiar abilities of ice and fire spewing. No, that's not fire, that's explosions. And in the bottom of page 14, we see All Might. That might be the case, and he's getting out of the taxi. But it's only been 30 minutes since you got them. And guess who finally arrived on page 15? Bakugo and Todoroki have passed their provincial license catch-up. They are officially allowed to kick all the asses of these villains. How long it's been doesn't matter. We're heroes now. The two heroes first fight. They're official, professional, they're authorized to beat all these villains now. And yeah, the chapter number shows up. Number 218, the Special Abilities Liberation Army, or probably in the proper translation on Monday, the Quark Liberation Army. The frick are you guys? Some wannabe heroes? Number 218, and. So yeah. So now the return of the. So a lot of things have just gone crazy. So we have the head president of the company being the son of Destro and taking over his father's work. Hopefully he does a much better job than how his father screwed things up. We have now Bakugo and Todoroki are now professional heroes and they're allowed to help people out. And that's been like 3 months of waiting, and most likely it's been a year. I don't know how long since when the professional license was. I think it was like 2016, 2015. I feel like it's been like 2016 when it was officially written. And some people are thinking that maybe Todoroki and Bakugo are going to be the majority of this arc in handling all the trouble with the Liberation Army of the former remnants of the Liberation Army coming back into the stage, and now the Quark Liberation Army are at odds with the League of Villains. So will we see the League of Villains? I don't know. The last time we ever saw like a member was Dobby during the professional hero, the pro hero arc at the end of it. And we don't know what the other villains from the former from the League of Villains have been doing since then. It's been like what? A year I feel like it's been a year and a half since we haven't heard nothing about them. Ever since ever since the end of the ever since of the assault arc that's going to be adapted for season 4. So yeah, we might see what they've been doing the last year and a half since the last time we saw them. So yeah, we'll see you at chapter 219 and when Bakugo and Todoroki get their official first fight as real heroes. So yeah, good job on them. So see you next time, and see you on the very next chapter. And I'm sorry for this one being coming out late, but I promise you, next week and the week after, they'll be much more early. So I promise you that it's not going to be like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm just saying probably 8 or 9. So keep an eye on that. And if you want to see more chapter readings, subscribe and comment if you want me to try and improve anything. So until then, have a good day, everybody, and I'll see you next time. So until then, this is Josh saying, have a good day and see you next time.